Welcome and thank you for your interest in the Academic Talent Search Program. My name is Moises Gonzalez. I'm the Outreach Coordinator for the Mendocino Cloverdale Academic Talent Search Program, and I will be guiding you on how to fill out the online application for the ATS program. And hopefully I'll answer all your questions that you may have. So let's get started. This is the application, and this is what you will need in order to complete it. You will need both the student and the parent will need to be part of this process. And then we will need the taxable income. So depending on what taxes you're going to use, if you have the 2018 taxes, you're going to be looking at line 10. If it's the 2019 taxes, you're going to use line 11B. And if it's the 2020, the most recent one is going to be line 15. So I will show you later when we get to that point on where to look. You'll also need your student's school transcript or most recent grades, depending on the grade level of your student. So if they're in 6th and 7th, and if they don't do transcripts, then you can use the most recent grades. So for the first part, it's the student information. You're going to have the basic information, their name. This is their legal name. And then if there's any nicknames that they may go by, date of birth, gender, address, and phone number and email. So the address is very important because this is the main address that we're going to be sending the notification to the student if they were accepted into the program. So make sure it is the address where you will be receiving mail. And then the phone number is going to be the primary phone number for contact. And email, this is the primary email where all ATS communication will be sent. So if it's an event going on, we will be sending that information. So if you're the parent and you put your email on there, then it's going to be up to you to make sure that you send the information to your student. If it's a student who's going to be in charge of it, you can put the student's email. Make sure that it's an email that is going to be checked by someone because that is how the student will be notified of a lot of our activities through the program. Second part is the school information. They'll select what grade level they're in, most likely 6th and 7th. This is our primary target. If they're in any of these other grades, you'll put it on there. And then the target schools. So these are the schools that our grant is funded to serve. So if you're in the Mendocino Cloverdale program and you're in any of these schools, Anderson Valley, Cloverdale High School, Laytonville High School, Round Valley High School, Ukiah High School, or Willits High School, these are the schools that we serve. So if you're currently in middle school, you will put the name of the high school you're planning on attending. And if it's not listed, you can put not listed, and then you can put the name of the school here individually. So for the Sonoma, our target schools are El Molino, LC Allen, Pioneer, Rancho Cotati, Santa Rosa High School, Sonoma Valley High School, Roseland University Prep, and Roseland Collegiate Prep. Okay, and then this is the student questions. Parents, as much as you would love to help your students with this, this is their responsibilities. We can tell when a parent has helped the student. So make sure it's a student filling this information. We just want to get to know the student. This is our chance to get to know them before we start serving them. They're going to give us information of things that they're struggling with. So, and then what's their favorite subjects? This is going to help us figure out how we can help them achieve those goals. So first question is favorite subject in school and why is it the favorite? If it's PE, I'd better hear a very good reason. Usually we prefer you students use an academic subject. And then the second question is, what is difficult for you in school and how do you handle this challenge? So what is it, a specific topic? Is it math, science, English? Maybe it's not related to the academics. Maybe it's raising their hand, whatever it may be. Make sure they answer that questions and how they are working on that challenge. And then the final question is, why do you want to earn a college degree? We want to know what's the reason for them for for them to apply. Maybe this is if they already have an idea of what major they want to apply to, they can talk about that, or what school they're interested in to go to in the future. So this is a good place to put that information. And then this is the transcripts. So students are able to upload it. If they are unable to upload it, and then you're please mail a copy to the address listed here. If we don't receive it, then the application will be incomplete and we will not be able to process the application. So make sure we have all the information. Then the student will sign here. There's two options, a way to sign digitally. They can sign via email or they can sign via text. They put their text, their phone number, they'll get a text where they will sign. And then here's the parent information. We will need the parent's name, the occupation, telephone number, if the parent lives at home. This says parent and guardian, so depending on the student situation, I want to clarify that. And then we want to know the parent or guardian's education level. What was the highest education level completed? If they went to college, what was that college? And then same with the second parent or guardian. Please put that information there. And then it's family income. This is probably the hardest questions for students to complete. It is not your adjusted gross income. It is not how much you made in total. It is a taxable income. Usually this number is a lot lower than your adjusted gross income. And depending on what year taxes you're going to use, you will find it in a different line. So in 2000, if you're using the 2018 income taxes, you'll find it in line 10. If you're using the 2019 taxes, you'll find it in 11B, and this is what it'll look like. You'll see it in bold, taxable income, 11B. If you've already completed your 2020 taxes, then it will be right here, line 15. All right. So you'll enter that, and also the total family size at home. So what that includes parents and students and any dependents. So please put that on there. And then this is, we'll need a parent agreement. This is our waiver for us to be able to request information from the schools, for us to be able to be at the school and service the students. So we need this permission in order to serve your students. So please make sure you fill this out. And same as the student, you will sign it digitally via text or email, and then you submit. And congratulations, you have successfully completed your application. And if you have any questions, please make sure to email us or give us a call. Email is, you'll probably get a faster response through email. Our email is ats@sonoma.edu, and our phone number is 707-664-2359. This is a voicemail line at the moment since we're not in the office, so we will get back to you as soon as we can. But so if you want a faster response, please send us an email. All right. Thank you again for your interest in ATS.